Hi guys, Ji-eon here, back with another video, and today we're doing the summary of Pyramid Game episode 2 and 3. We're going to group them together. A lot has happened in those past two episodes, which those episodes are up on my Patreon as we speak. If you guys want to watch them in complete detail, they'll be up there for free, no charge at all. It's definitely interesting, definitely like very, very eerie. This entire series so far that I've watched, all three episodes have been entirely eerie. They give me a pit in my stomach every single time I see them. Yeah, but before we get on to this, remember to like, comment, subscribe, so your notifications on so you know when I upload next. Any comments, questions, concerns, anything I want to react to, or any answers, any other things that I have said in this video that I may have misinterpreted or anything like that, you guys can leave that in the comment section down below. All the available links will be in my description box, including my Patreon, which I just mentioned has a lot of stuff that I can't post on YouTube, and yeah, my schedule. Unfortunately, this show is not in my schedule. I don't think I will ever put it in my schedule, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get right into this. Summary. So, episode 2. Oh, and I'm looking, if you see me looking down, I'm looking down at the notes that I wrote, and I have on my phone the cast list so I can say their names. Yeah, but let's continue. In episode 2, let's start with episode 2. Everybody seems to be very, very scared of Beck Hayden, who is the master of this class. She is the granddaughter of the Baekhyun company or group thing. She's like a mogul. I don't know the word for it, but she is the headmaster's or like the owner of the school's daughter or granddaughter, and everybody seems to be scared of her. Everybody in class, her parents, even her grandma is scared of her and lets her rule whatever she wants to rule, which I find kind of strange and very like, I don't know, what I've learned from Korean culture. It's all about your status and how old you are. And with Beck Hayden not following that like even her grandma and her parents literally do anything and everything that she wants. And as scared of her is kind of strange knowing that. So definitely she is powerful in this series. The teachers, it gets so like the director of the school, who was the grandma of Beck Hayden, they were having a meeting, and it is brought up that like one of the teachers brought up that they think that like some of the classmates in the school is getting bullied, specifically the class that Beck Hayden is in and running essentially. And the director, the grandma, she thinks it's just them playing pranks on each other. Like, she doesn't even entertain any bullying incidences or anything like that. Even if she did believe that they were bullying each other, she's like, it's just games. Like, I'm not going to do anything about it. And she gets this, like, eerie, like, I don't know. And even the other, like, the teacher of this homeroom, the guy teacher, who is Mr. M, I think, or Mr. Im. I don't pronounce his name. I'm sorry. I'm probably butchering that. But he also thinks it's like bullying, even though he thinks it's bullying. He thinks it's pranks, but he knows deep down, because there's a scene in this episode 2, where Sunjua, she goes to Mr. M and reports it, and there's like a whole scene there, and it turns out that he just likes money and he likes extorting them for money. he doesn't intend to do anything about it. He just wants to be paid in order to keep it buried, which is, he's a creep. He's a real creep. If you guys want to see that scene, it is in my Patreon. Yeah. Dana, the bully, Dayong, the bully, is being abused at home. There's many comments in episode 2 about Dayon's dad hitting her, or at least I haven't seen it yet in episode 2 or 3 of like her actually being hit, but you could tell that she's afraid of her dad, and that Hayden is using that to control her in a sense, because they're all connected. And if Dayon does something that Hayden doesn't like, she's going to bring it up, and she's going to the dad's going to be very, very angry with that, because it's straining a relationship, a business relationship, potentially. Yeah, and there's even this scene with Hayden, going back to her, everybody being scared of her. There's this scene where they're at a table with all the rest of her friends, quote unquote friends, because they're not actually friends. I don't think they are. And the parents of said friends, she's like asking her dad to give somebody a scholarship, a swimming scholarship, I think it was. And the dad looks like he was about to say no, and then the daughter whispers something in his ear, and he looks so scared, and he's like it's like for a brief second, and then it goes to a straight face, and he's like, yeah, we could do that, with a smile and everything, which was very, very interesting to see a dad scared of his own daughter, which is uncommon. I shouldn't say uncommon, but yeah, it is uncommon. It is uncommon. Usually it's the other way around, like Dayon. But I mean, Dayon's extreme case. But by the end of this episode 2, there is a plan to destroy the game between Sanjaya and Jana. And Jana comes around by the end, because she's just like saying how she's gonna, originally she plans on dropping out, and cause she thinks that this game is her fault, she thinks that the game is going to stop. I don't know why, if she drops out, I don't know why she thinks that, but she thinks that. And then Sanjaya reminds her that this game is going to continue even if you do drop out, even if you do leave the school, this game is still going to be up and running, and more people are going to be Fs. And that kind of gets her around, and we should come up with a plan. And she's like, I'm all here for it. And so she votes for the first time. And that's, she doesn't, it's the last scene of episode 2 is her walking in the classroom to vote, and everybody just stares at her. And that is the end of episode 2. Episode 3. This episode, in the beginning, had me very, very angry. I was hating on Sanjaya. At the beginning, it picks up where we left off, with the voting and everything like that. And as soon as the voting commences and ends, it's revealed that Sanjaya went up to a C. She was an F, and now she's a C. So she went up 2 levels, which, watching the episode on, is very unheard of. It's never been done before. And seeing those results, Sanjay is like, oh, well, this wasn't the plan, because there's a new F now. They planned on making sure there was no Fs. That failed. There was an F, and Sanjay, Jana was like, well, what are we going to do now? That plan failed. And Sanjay was like, well, I'm not an F. I don't care. And when she said that, I was like, what do you mean you don't care? What's going to stop you from becoming an F next month? nothing. So like she's like, I'm just, like, forget about the plan. She didn't really say that, but like she said that with her eyes. And Jana kind of comes up and was like, yeah, you didn't actually mean what you said. You just are doing it just to trick me. And Sanjaya was like, yeah. Yeah. She didn't really say yeah, but she said yeah. That's the way I interpret it. And I literally wrote in my notes, Sanjaya is, I'm sorry I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's probably Sanjua. But Sanjua, I wrote, is two-faced, and I triple underlined it. At first, I double underlined it, but as the episode went on, I triple underlined it. Yeah. It is also revealed that Yidam, the class idol, trainee, voted for Jana and Sanjaya, which is very cool. I was expecting that, but I wasn't really expecting that at the same time, because I'm like, she looked like she wanted to do that the second episode, probably because she felt really bad for her. But anyways, yeah. One thing that had me very, very frustrated, or not really frustrated, I shouldn't say. It was very shocking and very like, why is this happening? When they're in a gymnasium, and the teacher's like, well, rank what you think your grade should be. What the grade should be. The ranks, whether you're an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F, on the pyramid is the grade that you're going to get. Even though the teacher left the room, they get into this triangle looking thing, and they get into their each category. And so whatever rank you are, that is your grade. That is the grade that you're expected to go into. Obviously, the teacher doesn't know that's happening, and what they're doing. But I was just like, I was very shocked. I was really, really shocked. That was happening, honestly. I really was not expecting that. But yeah. It is also kind of, I kind of suspect that Yidam, the class idol trainee, and the person she sits next to in the school, or in the classroom, she has a little moment at the pool and everything like that. They have moments at the pool. I think that they're dating. I don't know the other person's, I don't know her name yet. But when I know it, I will like completely tell you guys. But I think that they're dating, and they're secretly dating. Do I know for sure? No. But I did get, like, they were just like staring at each other mad hard. And the fact, like, Yidam was trying to sleep on her desk, and the person next to her, her seat buddy, I guess you can call her that for right now, she, like, there was sun peering in through the window, and she kind of protects the sun from getting in Yidam's eyes as she's trying to sleep, which is very attentive. And I'm not saying that friends can't do that, but I knew that I probably would not have noticed that, to be honest with you, especially since when I'm on my phone. Like, I don't really notice those things unless I'm dating somebody, to be honest with you. I really don't. And that could just be me being clueless and, like, not really, like, paying attention. But I know for me, I wouldn't do something like that. And I also wouldn't stare at somebody, like a friend, that I don't consider dating, like the way that they were staring at each other at that pool scene. Is very, 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 very telling. The shop owner. He has a sister. A younger sister. Back in episode 1, in the beginning, there was a altercation / fight between Jana and this other person. I do not know her name, but she gets cut on her neck, and Jana gets cut on her neck by this person. I think this person that cut Jana's neck is the shop owner's sister. We don't know what happened to her. We don't know anything like that. But all I can tell you is that that's his sister, because we've seen a picture on his wall, and it had like a class picture. It was a class picture of everybody, and he had a phone call from his younger sister come in, because before we didn't really know him and how important he is to this thing, but he is important, and he is also a hacker, which is also very, very important to this, because it is revealed in an earlier scene. Something is revealed in an earlier scene that the shop owner can provide, which Sanjaya doesn't know that the shop owner is a hacker or has something of value to help her. You guys gotta watch the reaction to get more on that, because I'm not gonna say it, honestly. I gotta keep some things suspenseful. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The end of the episode wraps up with her figuring out the class hacker. There's a class hacker. She is the one who made the game. She's looking at the file that she has of everybody in the class, but like she's looking at this main file of the class hacker, the one who made the game. They're separate. There's a shop owner who's a hacker, and there's a class hacker. Those two are two different people. I do not have their names, so that's why I'm not using their names. I do not know their names, and that's the main reason why. But once I do have their names, I will put it in and use that from now on. But the class hacker, she has her file, and it reads, it says something very telling, and Sanjaya's like, she realizes it, and she just gets up abruptly, and she starts running and starts calling Jana, because Jana is going to talk to her. And we're ended off on that cliffhanger. We don't know what happened. We don't know anything. But yeah, that is the summary of episode 2 and 3 of Pyramid Game. Stay tuned for episodes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I do not know if I'm going to group them, how I'm going to group them together yet, but some of them will be grouped together, some of them will be alone videos, depending on it. I know the first episode, I decided to do a lone video, just because it was the first episode. I was getting my feet wet. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know how I was going to do this, but yeah. Stay tuned. It just keeps getting more interesting and interesting, honestly, at this point. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore, because, like, of how interesting it is getting. Like, it got me hooked. I'm hooked for life, I feel like. It's very interesting, this dynamic, and how they're going about this. And, like, I wonder how this came up, honestly. This idea for this show came up, because I don't even know why I have this in my ear, but whatever. It's very, very interesting, nonetheless. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to Prescriptions on Steam. Know when I upload next. Any comments, questions, concerns, anything I'm react to, or any more information you have for episodes 2, 3, and episode 1, if you have information for that, please leave it in the comment section down below. All the available links will be in my description box, including my Patreon and a link to this episode to see it there. And it's completely free to watch and react, and to watch pretty much on Patreon. Yeah, my schedule will be there as well. These episodes are just getting deeper and deeper, and I love it. Honestly, I love it. I love how thought out everything seems to be, honestly. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Remember to stay kind, y'all. and peace out.